Kaido believed in survival of the fittest. Only through strength can you achieve freedom, while the weak ones are left to be subjugated. He wanted a war that covers the entire earth and that everyone participates in. The strong live, the weak die. But he also wanted someone to prove that his worldview is wrong. Let me explain. Kaido was extremely strong already as a kid, and because of that, he was put in the front lines to fight a lot of wars. Came from a country that pays the heavenly tribute, and if you don't know what that is, it's pretty much a tax that you pay the celestial dragons in order to get protection from the world government. This country was in war, took loot, and used that in order to pay the celestial tribute. Even after being a child soldier all his life for his country, they betrayed him and sold him off to the Marines. This was so they could attend the revelry, and as Kaido said, "Don't use me as a political pawn." Kaido also didn't understand why they had to obey the celestial dragons. They were in constant war, they had problems with other countries, and they put him on the front line. Why is it different for the celestial dragons? Although not deeply explored, we also understand that being an Oni has shaped Kaido's worldview. As he told Yamato, her friendships are fake. You are not meant to be friends with humans, and you must rule others with strength. You are the child of an ogre. Because he's an Oni, Kaido does get put into a category with fishmen, giants, Lunarians, where he is different and can be subjugated to violence because of his race. Being of a different race can be dangerous. If you're weak, you could end up as a slave, and if you're strong, you could end up as an experiment, as his good friend King. So throughout his life, strength was everything. And that worldview probably got strengthened when he joined the Rock's Pirates. He joined a crew that was strictly based on power, and they were able to achieve so much. And when he created his own crew, he kept the same structure as the Rock Pirates, where everything is about strength, unlike his other crew members, Big Mom and Whitebeard, for example. But during the rise to become one of the strongest and feared pirates there is, something changed. He used to say, "I'm the only one who can change the world." Slowly but surely that is changing from being the only man who can change the world to now being a man who can't change it like Joy Boy, which King originally wanted. And by the time we see Kaido, we see how much he's changed. He's become an alcoholic who is extremely tired of the world. Even though he's risen to the top of the food chain, he feels completely empty. He tries to kill himself pretty much every day. That's his hobby. A lot of people ask, why didn't Kaido just jump into the ocean, take the easy way out? Or why didn't he just attack all the Marines and die in a similar way to Whitebeard? The thing is, Kaido doesn't just want to die, and he doesn't just want to have an honorable death, he wants to have a legendary death. Even though he only believes in strength, that hasn't given him any meaning in his life, but it might give him a meaning in his death. He lived through many pirates' deaths, but he was extremely jealous of Whitebeard and Roger the way they went out, because of their extreme influence. So that's why he doesn't take the easy way out, and that's also why he doesn't simply fight someone like Shanks or all the Marines, because that death doesn't really have any meaning at all. As he told King, "Joy Boy is the one who defeats me." That's why he gets so disappointed when he defeats Luffy in Onigashima. As he said, you couldn't be Joy Boy either. Joy Boy is gonna change the world. That's the legend according to King. Kaido knows that Wano is waiting for Joy Boy as well. So you could say his dream is to be the obstacle that Joy Boy has to overcome. I think that is also further emphasized when Kaido chooses not to kill strong-willed people, but wants to conquer them instead. Killing simply says, "I am stronger than you," but he already knows how strong he is. But conquering someone who has a strong will confirms his worldview. And we see how Luffy is slowly growing in his eyes. Luffy first came back after being ridiculously defeated. He liked the way that Luffy responds to very dangerous situations. Even though Luffy is clearly weaker, he doesn't accept the worldview that Kaido has. As long as I'm alive, I have infinite chances. Kaido accepts the world as it is, Luffy doesn't. One thing that separates Kaido and Luffy is the way they view death. Kaido wants an epic death, while Luffy doesn't care. Being dead is being dead, you're only bones. The only thing that matters is the way you live. Dialogue for the final punch is very important. Kaido tells Luffy the people of Wano have been waiting for 20 years for someone to save them. He was very aware of the supposed prophecy of someone saving Wano after 20 years. He's also aware of Joy Boy arriving, so it's pretty clear that he wanted someone to challenge him. And that's why Luffy's last sentence is extremely important. He tells him, "You can't save the world. What world are you trying to achieve?" Luffy said, "A world where my friends can eat as much food as they want." That means a lot because Luffy had to overcome so many things. He had to overcome subjugation. He had to learn Ryo. He had to learn advanced Conqueror's Haki. He had to awaken his fruit. He was able to overcome all those things simply because he wants to feed people. It's also because he saw Otama starve. And that was Kaido's fault. So Luffy's dream world was built from having to defeat Kaido. So Kaido got defeated by Joy Boy as he wanted, or the man who will change the world. You can say Kaido gave Luffy the necessary power to change the world.